Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, we would like to thank to the committee seminar and Presentasi Higher School of Analysts for the opportunity that have been given. Today, we will talk about optimization, sonication time, and dilution factor in determining the concentration of endotoxin challenge file with kinetic turbidimetric method. This presentation consists four chapters. First, introduction, second, material and method, third, result and discussion, and fourth, conclusion. As we know that pharmacy industry need endotoxin challenge files for their depyrogenation process. That's why, as indicator endotoxin, ACV or endotoxin challenge files contain high level of bacterial endotoxin. That's why for commercial purpose, this ACV must have certificate of analysis. The certificate produced by vendor of ACV. But this interesting, sometimes vendor and user using different method to analyze the endotoxin concentration. This is one example from our research as case study that the vendor using chromogenic kinetic method determining the endotoxin concentration as a 9616 EU per ml. But when it comes to user that using kinetic turbidimetric method, it only contain 4576 EU per ml. This has become our gap analysis in this study because the recovery of endotoxin concentration was very low, only 47.6%. This situation of low endotoxin recovery first reported in 2013. This is additional criticism focused on the use of control standard endotoxin or reference standard endotoxin as the analyte in spiking studies. Why the low endotoxin recovery exists? There are 3 points that can cause this situation. First, endotoxin activity may be reversibly altered under certain conditions. Therefore, there is a risk of hidden endotoxin activity. The limulus amoebocyte lysis test may not correlate with pyrogenicity. And then the bacterial endotoxin test may underestimate endotoxin activity in products if there is the LER. And then sometimes the endotoxin can adsorb in the glass surface of files. So this is when the control standard endotoxin have low recovery endotoxin or low endotoxin recovery. This is phenomenon that LPS potency change. So the control standard endotoxin contain purified lipopolysaccharides or we call LPS. LPS is not consist single molecule but represent a group of substance found in the wall of gram-negative bacteria. The morphology of LPS is affected by physical like lipophilization, sonication, heating, etc. and chemical also like detergents, pH, metal cations, etc. This condition, sometimes the sonication reduces the aggregation size of LPS and that there was an optimum size to express pyrogenicity and allow reactivity. And then biological activity of LPS was affected by solubility. That's why it become our question. can we vary the sonication time and dilution factor so we can get the more achievable recovery endotoxin concentration. For material and method. In this research, our sample is endotoxin challenge vial that have certificate of analysis and contain 9,616 AU per ml. This is our research used randomly 7 files from one batch. And for the sample analysis, we use kinetic turbidimetric method. This modified sample preparation with Duplo. This variation we use the sonication time for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 and 30 minutes in 48 kHz. Variation of dilution factor we use 10 power minus 4 and 10 power minus 5. The optimum time of sonication and dilution factor will validate it. The validation method, we use the parameter linearity, accuracy, precision, LOD, and LOK. And this is the endotoxin concentration will calculate based on extrapolating the linear equation for the logarithmic curve using this formula. For the result and discussion, we know that the calibration curve saw linearity range and sensitivity where a regression equation was obtained, with a correlation coefficient is 0.9963 and a sensitivity 0.2588. This negative correlation coefficient shows that the two variables have a reversal relationship. This means that the longer the formation time of the gel indicated the lower of ECV concentration. As we saw in this figure, in the red line it's dilution 10 power minus 5 and the blue line is 10 power minus 4. We saw that there's optimum condition in 25 minutes sonication time. So, we have optimum condition in sonication time 25 minutes with dilution factor 10 power minus 4. This validation parameter contain precision, accuracy, LOD, LOK, and percent recovery that accordance to specification COA. In this research, we know and get information that this data from 7 files that randomly picked from one batch has a percent RSD smaller than 2/3 CV Horwitz. It means the data given the precision data. And for percent recovery, according to COA, it must between 50 until 200%. As you know, before we modified the sample preparation, the recovery in endotoxin challenge concentration only 47.6%. But after we modified the preparation of sample, endotoxin recovery reached 81.08%. This become a success modified that we have also validated. So for the result and discussion, the LER is potency change of purified LBS by a chilling agent and detergent. The mechanism of LER is not fully elucidated, but is anticipated that the removal of the valent cations by acylating agents and dispersing LPS by a detergent are involved in LER. LPS is an amphitic molecule and exists as aggregates in water. Since the degree of LPS aggregation is one of the factors determining the biological activities of endotoxin, many researchers reported the relationship between the morphological structures and the biological activities of LPS. Sonication accelerates the separation of particles in the sample by breaking down interaction between molecules and removing the soft gases that can interfere in endotoxin concentration. So this is our conclusion that based on the results of the research and the data processing in determining the endotoxin, it can be concluded that the optimum sonication time was 25 minutes with dilution factor 10 power minus 4. The modified preparation sample giving endotoxin concentration accordance in COA specification with recovery value 81.08%. Thank you for your attention and see you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.